This video is sponsored by War Thunder. What if you wanted to reload, but the game said... Many first-person shooters give players a finite amount of ammo. Team Fortress 2 is a game where running out of ammo means you need to collect an ammo pack to gain more ammo. Counter-Strike is another game with limited ammo, but the lack of ammo packs means your only option is to switch to a different weapon. Overwatch, on the other hand, gives everyone infinite ammo. Conserving ammo is not a skill Overwatch players have ever had to worry about. So what happens when it's suddenly introduced to the game?
Please tell me this is here. Oh, it was stolen.
The short answer? There are many aspects of Overwatch's design that don't mesh well with limited ammo. Shields become significantly stronger, since alongside blocking damage, you now waste precious ammo destroying them. On top of that, most heroes in Overwatch only have a single weapon, so there's no sidearm to fall back to when out of ammo. Despite this, the mode was novel enough to have its moments.
I'm out of ammo. That's really bad timing. I was gonna right-click him.
As for the long answer, well, that's what the rest of the video's about. Our previous gameplay experiment, the fall damage mode, had about 200 lines of gameplay-related code. This limited ammo mode has about 2,000 lines of gameplay-related code. Needless to say, this was a very complex project to work on, and there are a lot of interesting things to talk about. I'd like to thank the channel members up front for supporting the channel and helping make content like this possible. I'd also like to thank the sponsor of today's video, War Thunder. War Thunder is a free-to-play vehicle action game featuring immersive ground battles, aerial combat, and naval warfare. The game has a massive selection of over 2,500 playable vehicles, including tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships, all spanning from the historic 1920s to the modern day. Alongside a detailed upgrade and customization system, War Thunder also features an incredibly intricate damage model, where individual vehicle components can be damaged and disabled during combat. PC and console players who are either new to War Thunder or haven't played for the last 6 months will receive special bonuses by signing up using the links in the description, including vehicle rentals, an exclusive Eagle of Valor decorator, 100,000 silver lions, 7 days of premium account status, and more. There's no better time to jump into the action. Download War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile using the links in the description. As mentioned, this project ended up being incredibly complex. I want to cover as much as possible in this video, but I also realize not everyone has the time to sit through everything. If you only want to see the gameplay highlights or playtest statistics, then feel free to skip to these timestamps. But for those of you who enjoy the journey as much as the destination, then stick around for all of the juicy details as to how this mode was developed. The custom mode requires the addition of 2 new systems, an ammo manager that limits the amount of ammo the player can use, and ammo packs the player can collect to gain more ammo. This sounds fairly simple, but where do we even start? Overwatch has a lot of different weapons that function in a lot of different ways. Creating a limited ammo mode means we need to deal with revolvers, shotguns, rocket launchers, laser beams, lightning guns, bows and arrows, shurikens, and so on. To make everything more manageable, I classified every weapon in the game into one of 4 types depending on how it uses ammo. The first ammo type is discrete. Discrete weapons consume ammo in whole number amounts. This is usually 1 ammo per shot, but there are exceptions such as Tracer's weapon, which fires 2 ammo per shot, or Widowmaker's weapon, which fires 5 ammo per shot when scoped. But all these weapons have one thing in common: their ammo values will always be a nice round number. This is in contrast to the second ammo type, continuous. Continuous weapons have the ability to consume ammo in fractional amounts. Although not shown on the HUD, all ammo values in the game are stored using floating point numbers. This is what allows beam weapons to arbitrarily start and stop at any time while always consuming ammo at the same rate. Determining whether a weapon is discrete or continuous is generally pretty easy, but as with most things in Overwatch, there are some surprising exceptions. For instance, Mei's weapon has 2 firing modes. The primary fire is an ice spray, and the secondary fire is an icicle projectile. The intuitive assumption would be that the ice spray consumes ammo continuously, while the icicle consumes ammo discretely, but it's actually the opposite. The ice spray discretely depletes 1 ammo while it's active, and the icicle continuously depletes ammo while it's charging. The charge consumes a maximum of 10 ammo per shot, but we can interrupt it with a melee attack to end on a fractional ammo value. For the sake of making classification simple, a weapon that has any method of firing ammo fractionally will be classified as continuous. The third ammo type is melee. Melee weapons are short-ranged weapons that deal damage by physically striking the enemy. These weapons don't expend ammo when used, indicated by the infinity symbol in place of an ammo value. The fourth and final ammo type is infinite. Infinite weapons have infinite ammo, similar to melee weapons, but fire bullets and projectiles similar to discrete and continuous weapons. This is the most tricky ammo type to deal with, since each weapon in this category behaves slightly differently from one another. For example, D.Va's mech cannons can fire endlessly without consuming ammo, and they never have to stop to reload. Hanzo's bow also has infinite ammo, but behaves a lot like a discrete weapon with a max clip size of 1. It always fires one arrow at a time, and it can't fire another arrow until a new one is knocked. Moira's damage beam has infinite ammo as well, but could theoretically behave like any other continuous beam weapon. There are a lot of ways to go about implementing these weapons, but we'll deal with that later. For now, let's see what it would look like if we organized every hero into one of these categories. Okay, so discrete weapons are the most popular by a wide margin. This actually makes sense since having discrete ammo is the most straightforward weapon design. You may have noticed that some heroes are listed twice. That's because some heroes have two different weapon types. D.Va's the most obvious example of this, since she's technically two separate heroes. The mech can fire infinite ammo, but Pilot D.Va equips a pistol that uses discrete ammo. Torbjorn's rivet gun fires discrete ammo, but his hammer is just a plain old melee weapon. Some heroes have multiple weapons that all fit into the same category, such as Lifeweaver. Since both weapons are discrete, he's only listed once in the discrete section. Out of the entire hero roster, there are 7 we had to ban for being played. I really wanted every character to be accessible for playtesting, but these heroes had unavoidable issues with the mode. Let's first take a look at how limited ammo is actually implemented. Alongside the game's built-in clip size and max clip size, a new variable has been added: reserve ammo. The idea is that each time a player reloads their weapon, ammo is taken from the reserve ammo and placed into the weapon's clip. We can detect when the player reloaded by comparing the current value of the weapon clip to its previous value to see if it increased. For example, right now we have 4 bullets in our clip. After reloading, we have 6 bullets in our clip. The ammo manager notices that 6 is greater than 4, calculates the difference between these values, and subtracts that amount from the reserve ammo. This simple formula works for any amount of ammo reloaded. But what if we don't have enough reserve ammo to fully reload the clip? Here we have 2 bullets in our clip and only 1 bullet in our reserves. Reloading will initially fill our clip to 6. The difference between 6 and 2 is 4, so 4 is subtracted from the reserve ammo. But oh no, our reserve ammo went into the negatives, which means we couldn't afford to reload the entire clip. So now we perform one extra step. We add this -3 to our clip of 6, which results in 3. This means we effectively went from having 2 bullets in our clip to 3 bullets, which is exactly what we could afford. The reserve ammo is then set to 0, and the reload key is disabled since we don't have any reserve ammo. This process can actually be applied to every discrete weapon and continuous weapon in the game. It works for heroes like Ashe, who reload bullets one by one. It works for ultimates that automatically reload the player's clip. It even works for abilities that passively reload ammo, such as May's Ice Block. Todd Howard would be proud.
All of this just works.
But if it works so well across multiple weapons, then why are certain heroes disabled? Well, the reason is pretty dumb. Some heroes just can't have their ammo read. That's it. The workshop always reports these heroes as having 0 ammo in their clip, and any attempts to set their ammo to a specific value will do nothing. The heroes affected by this problem were all added in Overwatch 2, which isn't too surprising since the workshop has been deteriorating ever since Overwatch 2 launched.
Sometimes it doesn't just work.
What is surprising is that the newest hero, Hazard, works perfectly fine. His ammo can be read without problems, which goes against the trend of the last few heroes not working. There is one hero that I had to disable that isn't the workshop's fault: Doomfist. His ammo can be read perfectly fine, but his reload mechanic posed serious problems for the ammo manager. Doomfist's ammo reloads one by one, similar to Ashe, except it's done passively, so you can fire ammo at any time. With good enough timing, you can fire a shot on the exact same tick the ammo increases. This is undetectable by the ammo manager, effectively giving Doomfist an infinite ammo exploit. Again, I really didn't want to disable heroes from being played, but every attempt to fix this problem came with equally bad trade-offs. So eventually I just said, screw it. The next weapon type to implement are the melee weapons. Actually, we don't need to do anything. These weapons will continue to function as they normally do, letting the player swing infinitely to their heart's content. A lot of playtesters were confused why I didn't give these heroes a limited number of swings, but there is a bit of balance to this. Melee weapons may have infinite uses, but the downside is that they're short-ranged. Long-ranged weapons generally outclass melee weapons, up until they run out of ammo, in which case the melee hero gains an advantage. Once we start playtesting, we'll see how powerful melee weapons really are. The last group of weapons to implement are the infinite weapons, and unlike the previous weapon types, there is no one-size-fits-all solution here. Every hero in this category needs their own custom ammo manager. None of these weapons have an actual clip value, so we can't directly detect when the player's ammo changes. Thankfully, there's a workshop function called isFiringPrimary that returns true whenever the player is actively firing their weapon. Knowing the fire rate of the weapon, which for D.Va is 150 milliseconds between shots, we can manually decrease ammo while firing. It's not a great future-proof solution, since any change the developers make to the weapon will cause this to desynchronize or stop working entirely. But for the purposes of running playtests, it's the best we can do. Things get especially sketchy for some of the other infinite weapons. For Hanzo, isFiringPrimary is true when the bow is being drawn, and it becomes false whenever it isn't. Hanzo's custom ammo manager assumes that anytime this function goes from true to false, an arrow was fired. Unless the shot was cancelled by pulling it back. Or cancelled by using melee. Or by wall climbing. Or by dying. Yeah, the ammo manager code for Hanzo is an abomination. This if statement is truly horrific programming, but it's the only way we can accurately detect when an arrow has been fired. Moira's damage beam is also very interesting. If you don't know, Moira has had an exploit allowing her to recharge her healing resource faster than usual by spamming the fire button. This has been in the game ever since she released over 7 years ago. After giving the damage beam limited ammo, the exploit became much more useful since you can extract more healing resource per unit of ammo. Because of this, I carefully tuned Moira's custom ammo manager to consume the same amount of ammo with and without the exploit. Despite how robust the ammo manager logic is, there were a ton of these one-off quirks that I had to deal with to make things run smoothly. My favorite is what happens when your weapon is out of ammo. When you have 0 ammo in your clip, Overwatch doesn't allow you to fire your weapon. This is just how the game operates by default for every hero. Except for one. If you run out of ammo on a Lari, you're allowed to keep shooting. Your ammo will go into the negatives, and nothing can stop you. Why does this happen? I have no idea, but it's not the first time it has. This bug was possible to perform in vanilla Overwatch in early 2024. Eventually it was fixed, but only in the same way Briggs' Infinite Shield was fixed. The underlying problem still exists, but the method to cause the problem was patched. For the limited ammo mode, I had to explicitly disable the player's primary fire button when they run out of ammo on a Lari. This is a good example of a per-hero hack that was needed to fix a game bug, but others were needed to handle intentional game mechanics. Symmetra has a passive that regenerates ammo when beaming a shield, which broke the ammo manager in a couple of ways. I didn't want to strip away this ability since it's a part of her kit, but I also didn't want her to have infinite ammo. To solve this, Symmetra was given hero-specific tweaks that depletes ammo from her reserves when her clip is full, and it depletes her clip when her reserves are empty. As mentioned earlier, D.Va's weapon type completely changes depending on whether she's in the mech or not. Fortunately, I was able to handle this swap over nicely, which is unusually easy for something D.Va related. When she calls a new mech, I decided to just refill her ammo, since it makes sense in universe. Echo can duplicate any hero using her ultimate. Because of this, she needed special logic to inherit the ammo manager of the duplicated hero. This way, everything functions the same as it would if you were just playing that hero. Once duplication ends, Echo's ammo properties and values are restored to what they were prior to duplicating. Now that the ammo logic works for every hero, we need a way to show players how much reserve ammo they have. The ideal spot to display this would be in the bottom right of the HUD, just above the weapon info. At first, I wanted to create a fancy graphic to fit in with the rest of the HUD, but this just isn't possible using the workshop. The HUD for the reserve ammo ended up looking like this, which shows your current amount of reserve ammo and the maximum amount of reserve ammo you can hold. The workshop allows custom text to be positioned on the left, center, or right of the screen starting from the top down. To display the reserve ammo in the bottom right, we'd logically want to start by placing the text in the right region. But this comes with a major downside. The kill feed pushes custom text down each time a new entry is displayed, so it's effectively impossible to have the text stay in the same position. The center region has the same problem, since the game mode HUD at the top of the screen also pushes custom text down. Fortunately, the left region doesn't have anything that pushes text around. By creating the text here, we can pad it with a ton of new line characters, and even more empty spaces to shift it all the way to the bottom right of the screen. For heroes with more than one ammo pool, we simply remove one of the new line characters and display the secondary ammo below the primary ammo. Now our custom HUD works and looks great, but there's still one sneaky problem left. I said the left region doesn't have anything that pushes custom text, but that's only true for players. Spectators and replay viewers are shown player information at the top of the screen, which does push text down. Luckily, there's a workaround for this. The workshop allows us to set whether or not spectators can see certain text. By setting the first 3 new line characters to not show for spectators, the reserve ammo text will end up in the same position regardless of whether the viewer is spectating the match or playing in the match. After adding some additional polish, such as flashing the ammo text when low on ammo, and warning the player when they've run out of ammo, the first-person ammo HUD is fully functional. All we need now is a way to show how much ammo other players in the lobby have. My first idea was to simply display ammo numbers above everyone's head, but having a ton of constantly changing text on screen can easily lead to information overload. Because of this, I settled on a more elegant method of telegraphing ammo values. An exclamation mark is displayed when the player is low on ammo, and an X is displayed when the player is out of ammo. This makes it much easier to quickly read which teammates need assistance and which enemies are vulnerable. It may seem strange to show the out of ammo icon above enemy players, but there is a good reason for this. Typically, games with limited ammo allow the player to hold more than one weapon. When a weapon runs out of ammo, that weapon becomes holstered and it can't be pulled back out until more ammo is acquired. It's easy to see that Soldier can't fire rockets at you because he's holding a shotgun instead of a rocket launcher. It's not so evident that Farah can't fire rockets at you because she's still holding the rocket launcher. Nothing about her model changes when she runs out of ammo. The purpose of the X icon is to say, even though this player still has their weapon equipped, you aren't in danger of being shot by it. This decision ended up affecting the psychology of players in a few interesting ways. Players with the icon over their head would be relentlessly targeted. After all, they aren't able to fight back, so why not go after them? This led to attackers taking increased risks, and at times being extra stupid.
Wait, Zen's out of ammo. I'm not gonna get the kill.
But we'll go more into the playtesting side of things later. Now that we've finished the ammo manager portion, we can move on to the second major addition to the mode, ammo packs. My first task was to figure out what ammo packs should look like. The most common suggestion was to use Torbjorn's old armor pack, which was removed with his rework in 2018. Repurposing these as ammo packs would have been a perfect fit, but it's not a model the workshop allows us to use, so it's not possible. I looked for alternative models and ended up finding the second best fit, a Baptiste healing grenade turned to point upward. It's easily visible, appears reasonably ammo-like, and has a yellow-orange color that nicely contrasts the blue color of health packs. With the visual effects squared away, next comes the technical implementation. Ammo packs are constructed using 2 arrays of data, positions and timestamps. Positions are XYZ coordinates that determine where the ammo pack is located within the map, and timestamps are numbers that determine whether or not the ammo pack can be collected. So how exactly does collection work then? The collection system relies on a workshop function called isTrueForAny. This function checks every element in a specified array against a specified condition and returns true if any check passes. If you're familiar with programming, this is basically a specialized for loop. The array we want to iterate over is the array of positions, and the condition we want to check for is if the distance between the player's position and a pack position is less than 1.1 units. As we move around, you can see how the distance between the player and each of the ammo packs is being constantly evaluated. Once we step close enough to an ammo pack, the isTrueForAny function becomes true, signaling that an ammo pack has been collected. The only problem is that this function has no idea which ammo pack was collected, only that one of them was. But there's a very simple solution to this. Logically, the ammo pack that was touched must be the one closest to the player. So by sorting pack positions by their distance to the player, the collected pack will always be the first one in the list. Now that we know which pack was picked up, we can mark it as being collected by setting its timestamp. But what exactly is the timestamp? Overwatch has a global timer that counts the number of seconds passed since the server started. When an ammo pack is collected, that pack's timestamp is set to whatever value the global timer is at the time of collection. By measuring the difference between the global timer's current value and the timestamp's value, we end up with the amount of time that passed since the pack was collected. Players are only able to pick up the ammo pack if this difference is greater than the cooldown time of 10 seconds. Otherwise, the pack is disabled and displays its remaining respawn time. This is a very performant way of implementing a cooldown system, since we just compare two numbers to infer the state of each ammo pack. The collection system is running in the background all the time, constantly measuring the distance between every player and every ammo pack in the map. This means the workshop script has a lot going on at any given time. Despite that, early playtests proved that the server was stable with 10 players and a few dozen ammo packs. But everything changed when the Control Nation attacked.
Alright, control maps were the big addition I made. They actually have the most ammo packs out of any game mode. Just kidding, the server crashed.
Why? Control maps are split up over multiple rounds across 3 stages. These 3 stages exist in the same map. They're just far away from one another, so your game doesn't have to render every stage at once. Each stage needed its own set of ammo packs, and this is where the problem lies. See, players on a given stage wouldn't just be measuring their distance to ammo packs on that stage. They'd be measuring their distance to every ammo pack from every stage. With a total of 52 ammo packs and 10 players in the server, there were 520 distance checks happening constantly. The server simply can't handle this without crashing, so we need to make an optimization to the collection system. Since each round takes place on a single stage, there's no way the player can collect ammo packs on 2 out of 3 stages at any given time. Measuring distance to these packs is completely wasteful, so the solution is to just not do that, and only create ammo packs within the current stage. With significantly fewer distance checks happening at once, the server no longer crashes. Needless to say, ammo packs required a lot of tuning, and not just for technical reasons, but for balancing as well. To facilitate the fast iteration of ammo pack placement, I created a second workshop mode specifically for editing ammo packs. This tool allows you to dynamically create and destroy ammo packs in a map, and export the list of positions to be used in the limited ammo mode. There's even a mirror mode that can be used to place ammo packs on 2 halves of a map with perfect symmetry. The axis of reflection can be arbitrarily moved anywhere, which is especially useful on maps that aren't exactly centered. The mirror mode actually revealed that there's quite a bit of asymmetry on symmetrical maps. I made a video last year about unmirrored spawn points in Overwatch, but there are also unmirrored health packs, and even unmirrored level geometry in some cases. These range from minor differences, like this floor on Ilios, to major differences, like this side room on Samoa. The gameplay effect of these asymmetries can be debated, but it made placing ammo packs more difficult than it needed to be, since a good spot on one half of the map may not correspond well to the other half. It's just something to keep in mind when placing ammo packs on mirrored maps. For the rest of the map pool, there were a couple of design goals I tried to follow as best as I could when placing ammo packs. First, ammo packs should not be directly within combat spaces. What I mean by combat space is the general area where team fights occur, which is usually the main path between the spawn room and the objective. Side rooms were a much more attractive option for ammo pack placement, but I still had to follow my second goal. Ammo packs should be visible from multiple angles. It's easy to tuck an ammo pack into a corner to ensure it won't get in the way of fights, but this makes it significantly harder for players to find them. With some experimentation, you can usually find another spot that has better visibility while not obstructing gameplay. Of course, all of this can be, and was ignored at times if I felt it was worth it. These goals are not strict rules that must be followed at any cost. They just exist to provide some level of consistency across each map. Remember this ammo pack, it's important later. For the final version of the mode, all ammo packs restore half of the hero's maximum reserve ammo. Players suggested that there should be mini ammo packs and mega ammo packs just like health packs, but for simplicity I decided to just have one ammo pack size. There are some areas with 2 ammo packs next to each other to effectively act as a mega pack, since refilling half of your ammo twice will always bring you to full. In total, I populated 19 maps with ammo packs for playtesting. This is the current map pool for the playable workshop mode, but it's easy to add more maps yourself using the pack editor. Now that the mode is done being developed, we can finally start a custom game and start So at some point between playtests, Blizzard introduced a restriction that prevents you from hosting public games if you're below endorsement level 3. This completely blocked playtesting until I could figure out a way to increase my level. I took the most logical course of action and started an endorsement level speedrun with the goal of leveling up as fast as possible. At first I tried the Junkenstein's Revenge route to maximize the number of endorsements per hour, but this was too slow. I then tried the Mercy main route, where you only play Mercy in quick play and pretend to be nice to everyone while secretly hating them. But it turns out you don't even need to do this. There's an insane trick called Good Behavior Skip, where you beg for endorsements in chat at the end of each game. This was definitely the best route for the speedrun, since it resulted in the most endorsements per match. After begging for a few hours, I finally had enough endorsements to play the custom mode I made in the workshop. The very first thing we discovered while playtesting is that having too few ammo packs in a map is not great. Once multiple players run out of ammo, everyone starts fighting over a single pack.
I'm out. Uh-oh. I still have to heal people, so I need to be in the fight. That pack was taken. I'll beat you to death. That's all I can do. We are out of ammo. This pack, there's gotta be another pack somewhere, right? I didn't put one back here? Is this the new King of the Hills? We fight over the ammo pack? I think we're all fighting over the same ammo pack.
A common piece of feedback was that it was often better to walk back to spawn than to look for an ammo pack, which slows the pace of the game down a ton. It didn't help that for a while we tested Lucio with only 40 reserve ammo. The idea was that Lucio's speed boost helps him collect ammo packs more often, so he can get away with having a small amount of ammo. This ended up starving teammates of ammo to the point where he was a detriment to his own team. Eventually we found 60 reserve ammo to be a good spot for Lucio. Later on, the prevalence of ammo increased a ton. Hollywood, for instance, went from having 15 ammo packs to 30 ammo packs. But even with far more ammo packs per map, knowledge of their positions did not come easily. Players would frequently not collect ammo packs that were right next to them. Oftentimes, players would go for extremely risky ammo packs instead of safer ones, again because they don't know where every ammo pack is. This would slowly improve over time as players learned where the packs were, but every now and then someone would be incapable of finding an ammo pack.
You just don't have any ammo. Oh my god. Okay, well, you know.
Throughout all of playtesting, I noticed a very interesting phenomenon. Players who ran out of ammo would charge into certain death rather than retreat to look for ammo.
I'm out of ammo. I have to go, like, beat people to death. I probably should have just gotten to go get an ammo pack.
There are countless examples of this happening. Every now and then, someone would actually retreat when out of ammo. This instance actually led to Junker Queen securing a kill when she otherwise would not have turned around. The lethality of heroes when they're out of ammo varies a lot. Some have very little offensive abilities, but others can output a ton of damage, even without using their weapon.
I'm out of ammo. Why am I nanoed? Okay, I'm punching this guy to death. Yeah, get down. I can't even shoot him. Okay. I'm a big fan of the I don't have any ammo nanos. Oh goodness, nano and window. I only have 10 bullets though. And now I'm out of ammo. Sorry, can't really use the ultimates you guys gave me. Just kidding, I can. You know what'd be crazy? What if a hero had an ability to place down a fake ammo pack? Even in vanilla Overwatch, like what if a hero could make a fake health pack and just put it at their feet? And then, hello, I can't shoot you. Please don't kill me! Well, he didn't kill me.
During this circus of a fight, Torbjorn earned 4 kills while out of ammo. And of course, Junkrat's passive can still kill, even without ammo. In general, ammo being a limited resource made team fights very intense. Oftentimes you would completely forget about ammo while caught up in the moment.
I'm out of ammo! That's really bad timing! I was gonna right-click him.
Things get especially harsh during overtime.
Nope, I have one right-click left. Oh my god, my last bit of ammo. Okay, I have no ammo though. I just gotta punch her to death. I'm getting this. Why am I punching people? I can just do this. I see that, but getting ammo! No! It's a built-in C9!
Just like the fall damage mode, the limited ammo mode has the potential to be very funny. Players stealing ammo packs from each other happened quite frequently and resulted in a wide array of emotions.
No, you... Okay. I'm out of ammo. Oh, this is a problem. Nearest ammo pack is in here. Why'd you take it? We're out.
You have my thanks.
And we're out. Thank God the Echo died because I needed that.
But this didn't just happen among teammates. In fact, stealing ammo packs from enemies was one of the coolest unique strategies that emerged from the mode.
She's out of ammo! I will kill you. No, you won't. Wait, she's like really healthy for being out of ammo. She's comedically out of position. That is unfortunate.
Since ammo is a limited resource, you can intentionally starve enemies of ammo to create advantages for your team. The strategic aspects of the mode didn't shine as much as I'd hoped, but there were still moments of creativity.
You've got to run out of ammo soon. You've been shooting for a while. I'm really banking on the fact that I know how much ammo you have, but yeah, you're out of ammo. Come here.
Seeing the X indicator above an enemy's head was like winning the lottery. Players stopped at nothing to chase down free kills.
Zen's out of ammo. So is Widow. They're all out of ammo. What are you gonna do?
Or what should have been free kills.
Wait, Zen's out of ammo. I'm not gonna get the kill. That was a complete throw.
This team fight on Circuit Royal is one of the most chaotic scenes that came out of playtesting. It's literally a Looney Tunes bit.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Soldier 76.
I've got you in my sights.
Soldier learns that you can't actually use the ult without ammo.
I've got you in my sights. I've got you in my sights.
Playtesting anything like this in Overwatch usually results in chaos. To try and make sense of it all, I collected a ton of statistics along the way. Unfortunately, the statistics from these playtests don't paint as much of an objective truth as the ones in the fall damage video did, and this is due to the incredible amount of variability in this mode. Per hero reserve ammo capacity, per map ammo pack placement, ammo pack respawn time, how much ammo packs give, There's a lot of mechanics that influence hero statistics. Because of this, stat tracking was more useful as a tool to help guide balancing decisions, and less useful to answer what happens when you add limited ammo to Overwatch. Regardless, the data was already gathered. Plus, looking at colorful graphs with numbers is always cool. Every statistic shown was collected using the final version of the mode after balancing, unless noted otherwise. Let's start by looking at what I believe to be the most interesting stat: percentage of time spent out of ammo. This is calculated by taking the number of seconds spent out of ammo while alive, and dividing it by the number of seconds spent alive. The player being alive is important, since it excludes any time the player spends respawning. This way the stat is more representative of actual playtime. Applying this to every hero, these are the results. It's pretty hard to see the colored bars when the chart is scaled to 100%, so going forward, they'll be scaled in for the sake of viewing. This statistic was one of the primary factors that went into balancing the mode. Early playtesting suggested that heroes who spent around 3 to 5% of their playtime out of ammo were the most fun to play. Because of this, I deliberately tried to have each hero fall within this range by adjusting how much reserve ammo they can hold. Earlier versions of this chart had crazy outliers. Sigma, for example, used to spend nearly 10% of his uptime not having ammo. Buffing his reserve ammo from 40 to 48 decreased this percentage to only 4.14%. This sounds like an unusually large effect for such a small change, but modifying a hero's reserve ammo is twofold, since it also affects how much ammo they receive from ammo packs. Conversely, Reaper did not run out of ammo a single time, until his reserve ammo was decreased from 32 to 24, ultimately resulting in 0.12 time spent out of ammo. This falls short of my target range of 3 to 5%, but there are more factors for running out of ammo than just reserve ammo values. Reaper's playstyle generally forces him to retreat with Wraith form long before he has a chance to fire all of his ammo, during which he can easily restock with an ammo pack. Similarly, Lucio spending only 0.33% of time out of ammo seems surprisingly low given how little ammo he has, but his sheer speed allows him to gobble up ammo packs trivially. When we tried Lucio with only 40 reserve ammo, this percentage increased to 3%. This is within the target range, but it felt bad to play overall since he needed to gobble up even more ammo packs more frequently, which starved teammates of ammo. So although I wanted each hero to fall within the target range, it ended up being more of a loose guide than a strict requirement. Balancing anything in Overwatch is nowhere near a straightforward process. Sometimes a change to one hero can have several knock-on effects for other heroes, and this is a good example of that. Anyway, here's the chart in its entirety if you want to see how things shook out. It's also worth noting that, unlike the statistics from the fall damage video, each hero's data now includes echo duplication. This means if Echo duplicates Ana and runs out of ammo, that counts as Ana running out of ammo instead of Echo. Baptiste's measurement is a little flawed, since he's only considered to be out of ammo if he's out of both primary and secondary ammo. Individually, he definitely spent more time out of one type of ammo. Finally, Broccoli and Reinhardt are grayed out since they have melee weapons, and thus can't run out of ammo. The next chart shows kills earned while out of ammo per 10 minutes. The reason statistics are shown per 10 minutes is that it factors out playtime. Two heroes may have the same raw number of out of ammo kills, but this means two very different things if the hero has 100 hours of playtime versus 600 hours of playtime. Looking at the full chart, we see a familiar name at the top. Junkrat excelled at earning kills in the fall damage mode, and he continues the trend of being incredibly lethal, even without ammo. Heroes toward the top of this list generally have abilities that deal damage, allowing them to earn kills without using their main weapon. Heroes toward the bottom of this list generally have abilities that are more defensive and have less killing potential. Zenyatta, for example, can barely do damage without ammo. In fact, his only out of ammo kill was earned by using quick melee. Several heroes have 0 out of ammo kills. This doesn't necessarily mean that they can't earn kills while out of ammo, it just means that they didn't earn any during the limited time we had to playtest the mode. Over a much longer time span, it's possible for every hero to earn out of ammo kills. Except for Brig and Rein, since they don't have ammo. Although technically all of their kills could be considered out of ammo kills. The next statistic is the exact opposite, deaths while out of ammo per 10 minutes. Interestingly, the top 3 heroes for the deaths chart are also the top 3 heroes for kills, just in a different order. My theory regarding this is even though these heroes have lethal damage abilities, there's a sort of glass cannon quality to it where missing an ability means you have to wait a long cooldown before you can deal damage again. Moira and Tracer seem particularly vulnerable when out of ammo, since they have a high death rate with a low kill rate. Looking further down the chart, there's an almost linear falloff in deaths per 10 minutes. Hazard is the inverse of Moira and Tracer, with a low death rate and a high kill rate. This is in large part thanks to his block ability, which deals a lot of damage while simultaneously giving him protection from incoming damage. As we reach the bottom of the chart, there are 5 heroes that didn't die while out of ammo at all, although D.Va was demeched while out of ammo a single time. Here are each hero's out of ammo kills and deaths ordered alphabetically. This way you can conveniently look at any hero to roughly assess their power level in a limited ammo setting. The larger the value is on the left column, the more lethal that hero is when out of ammo. The larger the value is on the right column, the more vulnerable that hero is when out of ammo. Just keep in mind that this isn't a perfect assessment, since many heroes have 0 kills due to low playtime. This next comparison can be used for the same purpose, but the statistics are slightly different. This time, the left column shows what percentage of kills were earned while out of ammo. If a hero earned 10 kills, but 1 was earned while out of ammo, the stat would be 10%. And the right column shows the same thing but for deaths. The only hero with a higher kill percentage than death percentage is Bastion, likely because his turret form allows him to shoot for the duration of the ability. Everyone else has a higher death percentage than kill percentage, which means running out of ammo is a hindrance more often than not. Which sounds obvious, but now there's proof. Comparing the values from each column gives a rough idea of how well the hero fares in this mode. The next chart shows the number of ammo packs each hero collected per 10 minutes. Tracer collects the most ammo packs out of any character by a decently large margin. This statistic generally correlates with mobility, since high mobility heroes have more opportunities to collect packs than low mobility heroes. Despite that, Cassidy and Zarya are very high on the chart, despite having next to no mobility options. Reserve ammo capacity is another large factor, since heroes who run out of ammo quicker need to seek ammo packs more often. For example, during the 40 ammo Lucio playtests, his ammo pack collection increased by almost 50%. Moving to the bottom of the chart, we begin to see heroes with fewer mobility options and larger ammo capacities. There's really not much to say about any particular hero, although Mercy has a significantly low collection rate, which makes sense since she only needs ammo for her pistol. The next 2 statistics aren't super useful, but they are mildly interesting. Here is how many times each hero reloaded their weapon per 10 minutes. This chart only counts manual reloads performed by pressing the reload key, and automatic reloads performed when the weapon's clip is empty. Nothing here was particularly relevant for balancing, but I tracked these stats anyway, so here they are. Infinite weapons are grayed out alongside the melee weapons, since none of them reload in the traditional sense. This final chart shows how much ammunition each hero fired per 10 minutes. Each hero's ammo consumed is mostly dependent on the fire rate and clip size of their weapon. Although it's interesting to see how much ammo everyone uses, this statistic is definitely influenced by limited ammo. Since limited ammo encourages players to not waste shots, it's likely that these values would all be higher in vanilla Overwatch. I do want to point out that Moira's value means nothing on this chart. Her damage beam is an infinite weapon with no concept of ammo units, so this value is completely dependent on the arbitrary ammo capacity and fire rate that I gave her. Other infinite weapons like Hanzo's and Sigma's fire a quantitative number of projectiles, so those can be counted just fine. The bottom of this chart consists of heroes who fire single bullets, single projectiles, and shotguns. And perhaps unsurprisingly, Mercy's pistol is the least used weapon confirmed. Over the course of this project, the time spent out of ammo, kills, deaths, and pack collection statistics were all cross-referenced when deciding whether to buff or nerf heroes during playtesting. Trying to achieve perfect balance using nothing but data is very difficult, and in my opinion foolish, but there's still a lot to extract out of these numbers alone. Tracer, for instance, has a high percentage of time spent out of ammo, a high ammo pack collection rate, and high deaths while out of ammo. On paper, this indicates that she could probably use a buff to her reserve ammo. Roadhog's low time spent out of ammo, mid to low ammo pack collection rate, and low deaths while out of ammo indicates he could probably get away with a nerf to his reserve ammo. I want to stress that this mode is not perfectly balanced, but after community feedback and rigorous playtesting, it's still very enjoyable. You can try the mode yourself using the custom game import code. As always, the source code is available in the description if you just want to tinker or use ammo-related features for your own projects. The concept of source code for a workshop mode might sound weird, but when things get too complex, the in-game editor gets angry.
Yeah, so it's this. I can't really... Oh, I think I just crashed the game by clicking on that. Yeah, the game crashed.
Also, the workshop is even more broken than it was last time. Thanks for watching. And thanks again to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Download and play the game using the links in the description. And remember, new and returning players who haven't played in 6 months can claim the bonus pack for PC and console.